today. Just like how I gave you all yesterday. So listen to what I'm saying. So 15-minute time frame obviously started correcting. Price reached its highest point. Price started correcting. It looks like it found some level here where buyers are pretty strong. And then if we go look at the 1 hour time frame, it looks like the same level is being held up on the 1 hour as well. So this is our high. Price could be making a possible higher low here just to go higher. Now, the only thing about keep trading is the fact that it is all-time highs. Like I said yesterday, with that higher low, it just made everything 10 times easier because this is your support level and this is that momentum that price is pushing off of. So basically how I should be thinking or how you should be thinking is looking for that momentum off of that higher low. I'm not sure, once again, if this is going to be strong enough to be in a trade for. This is way stronger due to the fact that we had a push up. Price ended up rejecting here. Sellers tried to push down, and then buyers made the price explode off of here. Um, but what I would personally say is if you are going to take this trade, just keep it under here. Anything under here, completely let it go. Just let it be and let it correct. Because remember, you still have this. I don't know why I marked it up like that. You still have this right here, so high, higher, low, and then you still have this, and you can still come back. It can come back to here and get you a better setup, or it can come to here and give you a better setup. So you don't feel rushed into taking this if you don't feel comfortable with this. I personally don't even feel comfortable with this because I feel like price could give us some more dip after price made an explosion. But once again, there's never too much buying, too much selling. 15-minute kind of looks wonky too as well. It's kind of staying stagnant at this level. So I guess that could be a play. That if price breaks above here, it could potentially make a higher low. So something like this where it pushes off of here, makes a higher low and continues to go higher. That could be something, but I would rather just wait for price to correct. Give me some solid confirmation that it is still continuing to be strong because the more it keeps weathering out on this thin line right here, and it keeps trying to push off this thin line, the more weaker it's going to be. And then if sellers kick in, it's just going to tip right over. So buyers can be strong using all their momentum. And then there can be a moment where sellers will just come in and just wipe them off. And they are pretty much, you know, not even, or like, how do I say it? They're not balanced at this point. That's how I should explain it. I can always remember it now because of boxing, bro. So price is not right here. Price is good. Good structure, good form. And then price here, if it keeps pushing out, throwing out volume, keep throwing out volume, it's gonna basically lose its balance at some point in time because there's not enough buyers and sellers. So there's buyers, 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 small amount of sellers, really small amount of sellers, and then buyers, buyers, buyers again. So the moment that it hits a level where there's a lot of sellers, it's gonna tip right over. Right. And that's exactly how I did the whole thing with the if it breaks 5,000, it's going to go to 500 because if there's a lot of buyers in the market, once price gets to a certain level, sellers are going to smack it. So with all that being said, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys that y'all got to keep this shit simple as possible. Like I'm a rant for a little bit and then I'm off because I dead ass have to go. I gotta do some shit. But I want to say that so basically my journey when I used to trade, because I used to trade smart money concepts for like a couple months. I traded with a RSI and MACD. I used to trade with chart patterns and stuff. But I've long forgot all the chart patterns. Like I used to go on Google and I used to like look up trading terminology and trading patterns, and I used to have a notebook and I wrote them all down, and I used to try to study every single thing I could, and everything was confusing because the moment you're on the field, the moment you're in the actual battle, you kind of like you don't know what to do or know what to use, basically. You don't know what to use. And it is very complicated because you can know all the chart patterns, you can know all the meanings of a RSI and all this other stuff. But when it comes to using it in the actual battle, those things take time. Like I've never said that you can't be profitable off of it, but learning how to use that over and over and over and over throughout these years is very, very hard. So what I'm getting to is when I switched over to trading a naked chart, because that's what they call it, zone to zone or a higher time frame price action. When I switched over, it was more of like I only have four tools I have to use. So I have a lower, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And then I also have a higher low or higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is all I have. This is all I have to use. So I know if price is building lower lows and lower highs, I know it's going on a downtrend. And if I know if it's building higher highs and higher lows, I know it's going on an uptrend. If it's not doing either one, it's most likely consolidating. If they're both like breaking structure, it's most likely consolidating, right? If it's not going higher and if it's not going lower, it's in a no trade zone, right? On which time frame, it doesn't matter. That's one thing too. Like all these things apply to any time frame. Like every single one of them applies to a different time frame. How you use that time frame will always depend on how long you want your trade. If you use it on the 15, expect it to be a shorter trade. If you use it on the 1 hour, expect it to be a decent day trade. If you use it on the 4 hour, expect it to be a trend that lasts 2 or 3 days, 4 days or more. Daily time frame, a couple weeks, right? However you use the time frame is basically showing you, basically is giving you it's basically like risk to reward basically. So like let's say if you use the 15-minute time frame and let's say whatever you're trading moves 10 points, right? If you use the 15-minute time frame, the most you can get out of that is a 1 to 4, which is 40 points, right? So if it gives you 10 points risk on the 15-minute time frame, then it's only going to give you an output of 40 points, right? But if you go to the 1 hour, instead, this will give you a risk of 50 points, and then your output could be 250, right? And then if you use the 4 hour, this could be 100 points, and the outcome is 400 points. Does that make sense? I feel like I have to write that down for some people. So if you use the 15-minute time frame, so 15-minute, this will give you 10 points. Max output. So basically what this means is max output before, hold on. All right, so 15-minute, 10 points. Max output, 40 points. Before trade. So basically what max output is, so you don't get confused, is before structure. Bro, can I not spell today? Yo, I forgot how to spell. No, don't roast me. Don't roast me. Don't roast me. It's an early morning, bro. It's an early morning. Bro, I cannot spell. All right, calm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yo, let me warm up. Let me warm up. But anyways, 10 points, max output, 40 points. Oh, it was correct. I knew I wasn't tweet. That shit looks weird though, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, 10 points, max output, 40 points. And then this is 15-minute before change of structure, right? And then you have the 1 hour, right? So 1 hour, let's go higher, right? So 1 hour, this will give you, let's say, 100 points. So this will give you 100 points. The max you can get out of the 1 hour is, let's say, 400 points. And we'll just say BS, right? And then last but not least, you got the 4 hour, which would give you, let's say, 500 points. Max output, 2,000 points, right? Before break of structure. Now, if we're looking at this, right, you would say, well, damn, This is what I want you to think, actually. You would look at this and you would be like, well, damn, I should just trade the 4 hour or the 1 hour time frame because I get more points. And this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. You can trade this, but your max will be this. You could trade this and your max will be this, which is good. You could trade this and your max will be really good. So now, how do we take this, right? So look at this, 400 points. In order for you to get to here, you need to take 10 trades, right? You need to take 10 trades to get to 400 points. Right. So, or matter of fact, no. No, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you need to take 10 trades to get to here. From here to here, you just need to take 5 trades, right? But to here, so from, let's see, where is my, oh yeah. To get to here, look how many points from here to here. I'm pretty sure this is, if I'm not mistaken, no, that's OD. No, that's right. Am I not tweet? Sorry, my math is not mathing today. Oh, it's just 50. It's just 50. All right, come. From here to here, you need 50 trades just to get to this. So with all this being said, my one trade, you need 50 trades to get to that one trade. Why would you, and this is the thing is too as well, the more you're in these trades, the more you're trading like this, the chances that the percentage of you winning is very low. So with this being said, if you know, so let's say buy or sell is like 50-50, right? So price is either going to buy or it's either going to sell. So it's 50-50. In my eyes, it's 50-50. It could either go anywhere. It can go anywhere, right? So it can go to a buy side or it can go to the sell side. So if you look at this, out of 50 of these trades, you might be right on 25 of them. And if you're only right on 25 of them, you're nowhere near getting to how many points this is, right? But if you take this one trade, the outcome of this is that you possibly could make that 2,000 points. Um, and that's just one trade, and you don't have to do all these 50 trades. You can just take one trade to do this. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is trading the higher time frame will save you from a lot of struggle, a lot of impatientness, waiting for your setup to play out, waiting for your setup to set up itself, and then overall looking for, good movements in the trend. Like I feel like when you're taking 50 trades or you're trying to take 50 trades, you're trying to trade anything and everything. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are at. You're trading anything and everything because you are trying to make up for all of this. This is the trend. This is what the trend is going to run off of, the higher time frame. All this is running off of the higher time frame. But people are using this on something that is beneficial for this. So the 4 hour is more beneficial and you're going to get the max outputs. You're going to get the max points. But some of you guys are trying to trade this and you only have so many max outputs, right? You have only so many times where you got to get into a trade and then something can happen and it looks different here, right? So let's go. Hold on. Let me make sure that you guys write this down, right? Write this down. Screenshot it, write it down. Cool. So if we go here to the 15-minute time frame, look at all this. Look at all this noise. You know how many times price has changed in here? So we're going on an uptrend, changes, comes here, change, change, change. Consolidation, consolidation, change, change again, change here, boom, 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 boom. And then it goes on a small downtrend again, change, then it changes again, and then it goes on an uptrend. Look over here. We have, matter of fact, yeah, let's start here. So we have uptrend, cool, doesn't respect, and now it's changing to a downtrend, 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 goes back up, changes into an uptrend now, uptrend, 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 changes. All this just changing, 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 changing. But the moment we take a step back and look at the 4 hour time frame, all that was just noise to us. That didn't even matter, and we didn't even have to put ourselves through that stress. Higher high, higher low, buy. Higher high, higher low, buy. Higher high, higher low, buy. And that's it. That's all you had to do was just be patient. Price sets itself up, higher high, higher low, you buy it. Higher high, higher low, you buy it again. And yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. I got to head out. I kind of went over the time. So yeah.